Welcome guys to a brand new box office breakdown show today. My name is Max Nerd. If you're new to this channel, I do this box office breakdown show every single Monday. We talk the top 5 weekend box office movies of the latest weekend. This weekend, it will be from August 13th to August 15th. We're also going to look at the top movies at the total at the domestic box office this year and at the worldwide box office. My name is Max Nerd. Welcome to Max Talks Movies today. It's Max Talks Box Office. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, ring the bell. I do this show every single Monday. I also do movie reviews, TV show reviews, and movie rankings. If you like any one of those things, you gotta subscribe and ring the bell for more videos coming down the line. I've also reviewed a lot of the movies that we are talking about today. I'll leave a playlist at the end of this video for you to click on so you can see all my movie reviews from this past year. Also, please like the video if you're new to, if you're just in general, like the thumbs up button. Please smash that. It's the best way to support this channel. And comment down below, what movies did you see in theaters this weekend, or did you not go with the movies at all? Tell me why you did not go this weekend. Let's talk about the box office, ladies and gentlemen, for this past week, August 13th to August 15th. And coming in first place this weekend was the big new release, which was Free Guy, a 20th Century Fox movie that is really now under the Disney umbrella. It comes in first place, making $28.4 million, which is actually did a much better than expectation. It actually does better than the Suicide Squad by over $2 million than last weekend. Free Guy is a movie that a lot of people are saying, well, comparing it to Suicide Squad, totally different, because this movie was projected, people were saying, at $15 to $18 million, which would have not been good for this movie, but it does make $28.4 million, which is a really good opening weekend for Free Guy. It is doing the standard 45 days in theaters, and it's a theaters exclusive movie. But you can clearly see that the Delta variant is taking hits. This is kind of where the ballpark now that we should be looking for the next couple weeks of top movies at the box office, around this $25 to $35 million range. It looks like the range it will have to be for the next couple of weeks. But good news, Free Guy did do well at the box office. And we'll see if there's some sustainability at the box office. Another movie from Disney is sustaining really well at the box office. We'll talk about that on this list, but we'll see if Free Guy can do a very similar thing. Ryan Reynolds clearly is box office worthy right now. And it had just a lot of positivity going on. The critics liked it. Audiences really liked it, which is a pretty good thing for a movie. The second big release of the weekend, which comes in second place this week, is Don't Breathe 2. That comes in second place, making $10.6 million, which is a pretty good opening weekend for Don't Breathe 2. Again, it's a sequel to a horror film that wasn't widely known by people. This is from Sony Pictures. And the budget obviously are not too big for these movies. This is a pretty solid opening weekend for Don't Breathe 2. I can also really expect this movie to do well on PVOD. Once again, another movie that is theaters exclusive that came out this weekend, second of the third one. So Don't Breathe 2 coming in second place with 10.6. Coming in third place, we talked about sustainability at the box office. That is Jungle Cruise from Disney, making $9 million this past weekend, which is a 43% drop off from last weekend. It takes its 3-week total to $82.1 million. It's now $18 million shy of that $100 million milestone that the pandemic has really offered up for these films. Jungle Cruise did not drop the 70% that basically every single big blockbuster summer movie has dropped to. It dropped 55% last weekend, 43% this weekend. It's really doing a great job at the box office. And this is even a movie that is both in theaters and on Disney Plus with premiere access for $30 a pop. So the fact that this movie, which is already available for people to watch if you pay for it on Disney Plus, the fact that it's doing so well at the box office, we already heard rumors that Jungle Cruise 2 will be happening. The Rock already stated that he is already in meetings for a sequel. Free Guy, even Ryan Reynolds this weekend said that Disney and him are meeting up for the sequel for Free Guy 2. It's already in the works. So these movies that are doing well at the box office, you're hearing sequels about, and movies you're not, that you kind of want to see sequels about, those movies have not been heard about sequels. But Jungle Cruise is doing well at the box office, really well. Can it even keep it going? We got 4 new movies coming out this weekend. I'll talk about that in just a second. Coming in fourth place this weekend is the other third new release of the weekend. That was the Respect movie. It's called, Just Respect, the Aretha Franklin, Jennifer Hudson movie. That film comes in fourth place, making $8.805 million at the box office. Again, this is a movie that you knew wouldn't be breaking out of the gates, going crazy at the box office. It is a very Oscar baity film. Most people are probably waiting for this. for Oscar season, but people did check out Respect 8.8. A pretty good total for 4th place this weekend. And coming in 5th place, and yes, you haven't heard the movie yet. This is not a mistake or typo. The Suicide Squad comes in 5th place. In its second weekend, it makes $7.5 million at the box office, which is a 71% drop off from its opening weekend. And its 2-week total is now $42.63 million. This has been easily one of the biggest, if you want to call it a flop, biggest box office disappointments of the entire year. People are at least shooting for this movie to make over $30 million at the box office. It dropped in the mid-20s. And even movies like Free Guy have done better than it at the box office. And this week it dropped 71%. Now, movies like Black Widow and F9 also dropped 70%, but they opened with $80 to $70 million opening weekends. So the 70% drop off is not great, but also it still that keeps them in a good mark at the box office, where Black Widow, this is actually Black Widow's first week that it is not in the top 5 at the box office. But Suicide Squad has almost fell out of the box office top 5 already. The fact that, one, it's not number 2 at the box office this weekend already shows you how people are feeling about the movie. And the fact that it's number 5 and more likely next week, it might not be on this top 5 anymore, just shows you how much of, in my opinion, a flop this movie really is. And it's a real disappointment. This is my favorite movie of the year. But maybe it's the Delta variant thing is clearly showing up. Also, for movies that Warner Brothers has, most people, if they want to rewatch it, just rewatch it for free on HBO Max. And that's why these movies from Warner Brothers are dropping so much second weekends, because people, instead of going to pay for it again and see it in theaters, they just watch it again on HBO Max. So this box office is not looking good. This movie cost, I think, over $180 million to make. It is nowhere near that at the moment. Nowhere near just to hit 180, nowhere near to make profit off the box office. So that is the top 5 of the weekend. Let's take a look at domestic totals, guys, of the year thus far, 2021. And coming in first place is Black Widow. It is still number 1 for the second consecutive week at the total domestic box office of the entire year. Black Widow, as I said, is at $178.2 million. F9 is number 2, making $172 million. A Quiet Place Part 2 is at $159 million. And right at $100 million is Godzilla versus Kong. Now, that top 4 has not changed from last weekend, but now Black Widow has a bigger lead over F9. The next big thing we talked about was, could Suicide Squad top that? Suicide Squad is nowhere near that. I don't believe is even in the top. It's number 15 at total right now at the box office. Free Guy, which came out this weekend, number 20. But the big news we got to talk about is that Jungle Cruise has moved up to number 6. It is now $3 million short of Cruella, which is number 4. And Jungle Cruise now has a possible chance, not a great chance, but there's a slight chance it could get to $100 million domestically. At least it will definitely pass Cruella to move up to number 5 next weekend. So that's kind of the update at the domestic box office. And at the worldwide box office, same movies that have been in the top 5 ever since, top 10, F9, Godzilla vs. Kong, Black Widow, A Quiet Place Part 2, Cruella, and The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It are still all in the top 10 at the worldwide box office. But since we started doing these videos about the worldwide box office, The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It was at number 9. It is now swapped places with Chinese Doctors at number 9. The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It is at number 10. So that's my box office breakdown show, guys. Thanks for joining me today. Really fun video once again. Please like the video if you're enjoying these type of review breakdowns. Comment section down below. What movies did you see this weekend? And if you didn't see the movie, and why do you think Suicide Squad is flopping at the box office? Let's talk about it in the comment section down below. Subscribe, ring the bell. More videos coming. I'll see you soon.